Hello and welcome back to Oh, the Things I've Seen. My name's Gary and this is Skyrim Anniversary Edition. So in our last video we had just completed the Bleak Falls Barrow, so now I'm just going to head back to Riverwood and finish the mission and maybe sell some of the items that I've picked up in the cavern and perhaps even pick up a few more books. I was thinking from the last video that I was going to maybe get a companion. There is a companion available in Riverwood, but then I might just wait off and see if there's another one. I might do the little mission that enables that. It's the wood elf that's in Riverwood to become your companion. It's a short little mission. But he does offer to teach archery, so I might do that just after. Oh, I think this might be the old
I'm
lady.
just a poor old woman, dear. No need to trouble yourself with me.
Yep, just a poor old lady, all right. Anything worth taking here? She's not as she would seem to be in the vegetable soup there. Alpha wines usually good for a few gold coins. Take that. Nope. So here we have another. Another skill book. So as I said, it's got a value of 55, which means that it probably will teach me something to do with, I would imagine, alchemy. So there we go, and that means I can now do a small bit of alchemy. So while we're here, we might as well read this book. So, The Song of the Alchemists, Ancient Tales of the Dwemer, Part 5, by Marabar Soul. So I'll just get that back out of... so it's a poem. When King Moranian's alchemist had to leave his station after a laboratory experiment that yielded detonation, the word went out that the king did want a new savant to mix his potions and brews, but he declared he would only choose a fellow who knew the tricks and the tools. The king refused to hire on more fools. After much deliberation, discussions and debates, the king picked two well-learned candidates, Lantippus Minturk and Umphatic Fair, an ambitious pair, vied to prove which one was the best. Said the king, there will be a test. They went to a large chamber with herbs, gems and tomes, pots, measuring cups, all under high crystalline domes. Make me a tonic that will make me invisible, laughed the king in a tone that some would call risible. So Umphatic Fair and Lantippus Minturk began to work, mincing herbs, mashing metal, refining strange oils, cautiously setting their cauldrons to burbling boils. Each on his own, sending mixing bowls mixing, sometimes peeking to see what the other was fixing. After they had worked for nearly 3/4 an hour, both Lantippus Minturk and Umphatic Fair winked at the other, were certain he won. Said King Moranion, now you must taste the potions you brought. Take a spoon and sample it right from your pot. Minturk vanished as his lips touched his brew, but Fair tasted his and remained apparent in view. You think you mixed silver, blue diamonds, and yellow grass? The king laughed. Look up, Fair, up to the ceiling glass. The light falling makes the ingredients you choose quite different hues. What do you get? Asked the floating voice bold, of a potion of red diamonds, blue grass, and gold. By, insert Dwemer God, said Fair, his face in a wince, I've made a potion to fortify my own intelligence. Publisher's note. This poetry is so clearly in the style of Gorfellum that it really does not need any commentary. Note the simple rhyming scheme of AA, BB, CC, the sing-song but purposefully clumsy meter, and the recurring jokes at the obviously absurd names. Umphatic Fair and Lantippus Minturk The final joke that the stupid alchemist invents a potion to make himself smarter by pure accident would have appealed to the anti-intellectualism of audiences in the interregnum period, but would certainly be rejected by the Dwemer. Note that even Marabar Sol refuses to name any Dwemer gods. The Dwemer religion, if it can even be called that, is one of the most complex and difficult puzzles of their culture. Over the millennia, the song became a popular tavern song in High Rock, before eventually disappearing from everything but scholarly books, much like the Dwemer themselves. Okay, so we got a little bit of poetry and a little bit of history of the Dwemer. So I'm just going to move this out of the way so that I can get to the coin press underneath. And yeah, so what's her name? Is it Anise?
It's tough just scraping by out here,
she seems
but
like
I make do.
a normal old lady just out in the woods, but if you visit her cellar, there's another story to be told. So yeah, as you can see, Anise is a witch. So she's got a few potions and some apothecary items. We'll take all that stuff. And Anise's letter. Helgi dear, why do you hesitate? You can feel the power coursing in your blood. You have only to reach out and grasp it. Renounce that boy of yours and come live with me in the forest. My sister will be here soon. Together we can form a proper coven, and your training will truly begin. So yeah, she must have been in contact with somebody. I think we do meet that other person later on. So there's an enchanter potion, some hagraven feathers, paralysis potion, weak poison. That'd be good. In here, no. Yeah, so as I was saying before, I can do some alchemy now. We'll just see if there's any potions that I could possibly do. I could make a damage stamina potion, which, yeah, why not? Craft. So I'll make 2 of those. And as you can see down the bottom, I've increased my alchemy level, slightly higher than 21. But there's no other potion. I don't have any ingredients that can be made into other potions. But I can experiment here. So say, I don't know what Blisterwort can do. I don't know what Death Bell or Ectoplasm does. So I can put them together into a potion and craft it. So I've crafted a poison of damage health, and I've discovered the same way that you discover from eating, you can discover from creating potions and poisons. So same with the hagraven feathers. I don't know what they do, or jazzbay, or mudcrab chitin. So see that potion failed. So the ingredients in that potion didn't mix together correctly. But I can try a red mountain flower and some bone meal just to see. So that failed as well. But I did, I think, learn what the items did. So the next time I pick up a red flower, I should be able to see what effect that flower will have, and hopefully mix it together to make a better potion. There's an enchanting table here as well. I'm not able to use this as yet because I haven't read a book on enchanting, but I could disenchant any of the items that I have that have a magical effect on them. And so say if I was to disenchant that one, I could put that enchantment back onto another item, and then using the, I think I picked up so using this enchanter's potion, if I was to drink that enchanter's potion and then put an enchantment onto an item, the item that I would enchant would have a 10% stronger enchantment than the item originally would have had. So say with the Sword of Cold, target takes 5 points of frost damage to health and stamina, there'd be an extra 10% onto the amount of damage that would do. So it is worth doing. You can stack those enchantments, so if you pick up a bunch of enchanter's potions, you can just drink them and basically stack the effects onto a number of items until you end up with a really strong item. But I'm going to leave Anise. I could potentially kill her because she's a witch, but
Fool.
You have
None
any choice.
know my secret.
Okay, so unfortunately whoever was going to come visit her isn't going to be able to do that anymore. So I'll take, sure, I don't have 15 weight left, so I'll take that. Magicka regenerates. Yeah, I'll take that. I won't take the bleak stuff. And yeah, that's a nice little side mission to get us started. I did notice in the last videos as well, anytime I was using Spark, it was quite difficult to hear what I was saying, so I'm going to try not to speak while I'm using magic, because it kind of drowns out my voice a little bit. Oh, hello. He's not aggro. That sound you will come to know well. It's the sound of Nirnroot. So you'll just be walking along, especially along rivers and along beside water, and you will hear that, and it's quite useful, I think, if so I might as well eat it. So damage health. So it damaged my health a little bit, but I can use that in a number of potions. I think once you use it a couple of times more and find out its full effects, it can be used for a couple of different potions. As I said, I haven't really done that much in the way of alchemy, so I don't really fully get exactly what can be done. But can I don't have any iron left to maybe make the items that I've picked. Oh, I can. So I might just make maybe a little more good just to make them a little bit more. 65, 45. Might as well make the items that I own worth a little bit more. I don't know if I've picked up any leather since. I have. So I'll make one of each. And I think, what time of the day are we? 10:15, so I think the shop will be closed, but I could be wrong. Oh no, it's okay. Shops are usually from 9 until 8. But yeah, let's complete this.
Show those
mission.
thieves not to steal from Luke and Valerius. You found it?
I have the golden claw.
There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
Okay, so I've completed that mission.
Thank
so
you.
Let's see.
Oh, a bit of this
sell.
and a bit of that.
I made 400 gold there. So let's see, we'll sell, might as well sell all this stuff. Not that. Yeah. Ah, I just made a rookie mistake. I forgot to put on that necklace that I picked up, which would have given me 12% better prices on that. So let's do that now so that I can sell my other items.
You and me. Some may call this junk. Me, I call them treasures.
Yeah, I really should learn to remember to do those things. But I can sell all this stuff for a little bit more gold than I would have originally. So boots, yeah. Gauntlets, helmet. 2 silver rings. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing any smithing anytime soon, so I'll get rid of those as well. And that as well. Let's see if we can buy any books off and that'll be worth it. Clairvoyance. Frostbite. I did say I was going to do a little bit of... Yeah, so we'll buy both of those.
All right, then.
Yeah, so I think I could
It means so much to us to have the
her.
claw back where it belongs. Thank you. It's a fine day with you around.
Okay, so I obviously haven't spoken to the elf. But what I can do, hopefully...
You, my friend, need practice.
Steal that right back. And that means that when I do have the house, I can use the... It's not much, but I can basically just use it as a decoration in the house. So I'm hidden now, so I can steal from this chest. 10 gold. Not really worth it, but go upstairs, and one of them will follow me up soon enough. So I just need to get... Once you go into the lockpicking animation, time basically kind of stops. So you do have a little bit of time to 4 gold. Yeah, but one of them will usually follow you up. So there I am, active. So volume, there's an awful lot of these. I can take this though, so that's probably because I did that mission for them. They're allowing me to take those items. Volume 56. Oh wow. Anything worth taking in here? A blacksmith apron. I'll take it for the sake. I might as well take them. I'm not going to weigh too much. But yeah, that's going to be a long collection if I have to collect 56 volumes of it. But yeah. Let's see if we can find that elf and do that little mission for him. I'm really loving these almost instant loading screens. Normally, as I was saying before in the first video, you'd be hanging around for a couple of minutes before that would load. But no, it seems to be, it's fairly late at night. So what I might do is go to the inn and sleep, and then in the morning we can talk to the elf and do his mission. So
Orgnar, are you listening?
Hard not to.
The ale is going bad. We need to get a new batch. Did you hear me?
Yep, ale's going bad.
I guess you don't have potatoes in your ears after all. Just make sure we get a fresh batch in soon. You're that visitor been poking around. Word is Ulfric Stormcloak escaped from the Imperials. War is only going to get worse now. They say a dragon attacked Helgen. Sounds like hogwash to me.
yeah, it doesn't seem to be. Sometimes if you hear ask them about rumors, it'll give you a little mission. They'll say that they've heard about someone in a mine or something like that, so it'll send you to that mine. But I'd like
Sure
to
thing.
rent a room.
It's yours for a day.
So that's 10 gold. We'll speak to Orgnar though.
We got rooms and food. Drink
no,
too.
no.
I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
As I am a curious cat, I do.
Looking to
know
blow
what they're
yourself
learning.
up? I hear that's what magic does to you. There's a college in Winterhold that teaches magic, unless that blew up too. Be a lot safer just to have the Jarl's wizard teach you a thing or two.
So now, I have a mission to visit the College of Winterhold, but I won't be doing that for a while. Looking for
Here,
work?
take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
So here we've got, kill the bandit leader located at Redoran's retreat.
There have been whispers. A boy up in Windhelm, name of Aventus Aretino, been trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood.
Okay, so we won't be doing a lot of these missions for a while.
Have you
but
seen
it's
that
worth
shrine
definitely-
of Azura? They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind. Sight to see. Nobody trusts those mages way up north in their college. Gods only know what they do up there. All right then.
Lads having a bit of crack in the corner there. Let's see if there's anything worth stealing. We can call it there. Yeah.
Give me a mug of ale.
Coming right up.
I need some more ale, Orgnar.
You've had more than enough. Besides, you still haven't paid for the
Okay, so
last
I've
one.
pretty much made my...
I'll find some coin for you, I always do.
I'm the innkeeper.
Until then,
They say
I
a
know
dragon
what to do.
attacked Helgen. Sounds like hogwash to me.
Just basically did that to get what you made out of my way. I think this... No, this isn't mine. This room. Yeah, so this is my bed, so we'll sleep until... Ooh, some background. Why is that stealing? Because it's my room. I should take it anyway. Empty chest. Right, the robes. So we'll sleep till morning and hopefully get to speak to that elf outside and do this short little mission, and I'll probably finish up there. The plan is from here to travel down to Falkreath. So as you can see there, I got a well-rested bonus, which means that I will...
You look worse than...
I think... Oh, that's another
You're
thing.
kind of fuzzy. What's wrong with you?
9 o'clock in the morning, lad. So I should actually look for a shrine because I did get bitten. There'll be a shrine in here. Don't think there's a shrine in Riverwood, but I could be wrong. Basically, I got bitten by a skeever in one of the last episodes, which means people are going to be commenting on how ill I look until I have gone to a shrine and prayed at it. And once I've prayed at it, it will cure me of any diseases that I've picked up. But yeah, it doesn't look like this elf is anywhere to be seen. He's usually around the mill area, so we might just have to leave that for another time. And maybe if I come back to Riverwood at some stage, we'll have a look for him. It's just a short little mission. You're just literally just delivering a letter for him, and you can choose to deliver it or not. So yeah, we'll set off and make our way to Falkreath. So as you can see here, I am going... Falkreath actually isn't on there. So I might just put a wee marker on the map to bring me to Falkreath if it should be on my map. Helgen is where I started off. There we go. So I'm actually going the wrong way. Can I fast travel? Yeah, so we'll fast travel to there and then make our way over to Falkreath. So this is where the start of the game happened. So as you can see, it's still on fire. And so we'll travel that way. Actually, this where we come out, or is it the opposite side to where we actually come out? Because there was one thing. Yeah, we'll just quickly go to the Guardian Stones, and I might actually walk it from there, because you can just go along the river. But yeah, just because I decided to be a mage, I might change from the Thief Stone to the Mage Stone. So that will make it'll make me learn magic faster. So that's worth doing. So I also forgot to kill this guy, so I might actually turn my magic off for this and just attack him, so I can upgrade my my claws basically. Oh, Jesus.
You don't look... Never should have come here! Ugh. Ah.
That is fun. So we'll search her, and we'll take that. Fishing clothes. I have a fishing one already, so it's not really the film. And a fishing map, which I would have had to buy in the shop. We'll take some Nord mead, get coin purse. And we got a level up. Here's a book as well, actually. So we'll quickly level up. I'm just going to keep putting points into magic. Can we put any more destruction in? Requires 40, just one level away from the next level of destruction. So what I might do is start putting a few points into smithing, so I can get different armors. The level I want is this, so I'm going to have to get my smithing up to level 60 at the very least. I haven't fully decided on what kind of armor I'm going to use, but I'm imagining it will be ebony, so I'm going to need level 80. There's a cool set you can get with the Creation Club items that were added to the Anniversary Edition, and I believe they require ebony smithing to upgrade, so we're going to keep on doing that. So yeah, we might just read this book and we'll continue on in the next video after that. So, of line and lure. So we'll take that and the other now read. Line and Lure by Alan Seabird. My name is Alan Seabird. My fame or lack thereof is irrelevant. I am not writer. As it so happens, my wife gave me this quill when I retired. She called it a gift. To me it is a burden, but I suppose many teachers feel this same weight. If I were to walk the bridge to Sovngarde, I would take all my knowledge with me. Hard lessons learned from decades fishing the waters of Skyrim. In my life I have fished waters open and deep, amidst storms no mortal dare brook. I ventured down bottomless caves and challenged the monsters of the deep with my book. I have seen them all and caught them all, be it fish, monster, or brute. With this guide I will teach you how to do the same. Chapter 1, The Rod. Just as a warrior needs a sword and a blacksmith a hammer, the first thing any aspiring fisherman needs is a rod. You can find one at a general goods store or left behind on boats and docks by other fishermen that have come before you. When you obtain one, wield it like you would a weapon, swinging it this way and that. Get a feel for its balance and weight. It must become an extension of your body and mind. Okay, so this is just the tutorial for the fishing that was added for the Anniversary Edition. Chapter 2, Supplies. Once you have a rod, you will next need supplies. This includes bait and other essentials to capture the fish once it's been reeled close to the shore. However, you need not bring your own. It is customary in Skyrim to leave fishing supplies by waters where the fish are plentiful. To find a set of fishing supplies is to be met with a greeting, a hearty hello from one fisherman to another. When you are done, you will leave these supplies for the next fisher, such is the way. Chapter 3, Casting the Line. When you are ready to fish, bait your hook using the fishing supplies. Then cast your line with vigor and allow the hook to sink below the surface. The art of fishing is one of patience and focus. In particular, it requires the concentration of two senses, sight and touch. You might ask, how can one know if there are nearby fish for the taking? It is no different than the way moths are drawn to a flame. When your bait lands on the surface of the water, nearby fish will excitedly converge. The ripples on the surface will quickly announce their presence. Watch for these ripples carefully. The more the water stirs, the more plentiful the number of fish. In contrast, a quiet surface when your line hits the water will tell you there are no more fish to catch, and you must return in a day's time. In time, you will learn to tell fish apart based on the tug on your line. You will know the difference between a river betty's curious nibble and a carp's eager pull. Chapter 4, Reeling it in. When you have hooked your fish, the time for patience and serenity is over. Now comes the throes of war. Your fish will thrash as it fights for its life, but you must keep your grip firm and your mind focused as you reel your line and pull in your catch. Once you have reeled it in, the fish is yours. Scale it, cook it, and consume it how you please. Depending on your customs, there are different rituals to follow. But for all fishermen, a catch is always cause for celebration. Chapter 5, The Rare and Unusual Catch. Different fish are native to different climates. If you seek a variety of fish, do not stay in one place. Temperate lakes and streams to the south will hook you a different catch than snow-fringed ponds and pitch-black caverns. When you seek a fish that is seldom caught, the uncommon and rare fish that fishermen brag about until long in their years, your best bet is to fish when the sun is low on the horizon. Dawn and dusk offer the best chance to catch these elusive creatures. If you seek the very rarest of fish, special rods are required. Seek the advice of those in the rift and fishery. Follow their guidance and wisdom just as you have done with me. Of course, not every catch will feed your belly. Some may fill your coin purse, while others have interesting uses to those who brew potions. In my travels I have even heard tall tales of dwarven rods used to lure lost trinkets settled at the bottom of ponds and lakes. For what purpose a Nord like myself cannot know. As the world moves on, such things are lost to time. Chapter 6, in conclusion. There you have it. As I stated at the beginning of this journey, I am no writer. What is written here are not words, but a piece of me. It is the callow boy who in his arrogance was nearly dragged into the water by a goldfish. It is the shivering fishmonger sitting on a frozen bucket in the dead of night praying to Kine that he will live to see the sunrise. It is the old man at the lake drinking a potion of strength, turning back time so he can hook an old foe. It is part of me, and if you heed this message, it will become part of you. Very good. So yeah, I think we'll end it there. Yeah, so in the next one we will continue our travels down to Falkreath. I believe it's along this river. Yeah, so it's not too far away. So yeah, thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you in the next time on Oh, the Things I've Seen. Thanks now, bye.